Hi guys, it's Mark, aka Morbid Human off the Wattpad app. And I kind of want to make this is my last video for the Battle of the Beast contest. And I kind of want to make this a reflection video as well as bloopers from all my mess ups throughout the whole process. And I want to talk about my journey going through these contests because it was a big one. So first, I'm going to start out by, again, thank you Sci-Fi for giving this opportunity. Even if I don't win, it's been a very valuable experience. Not only have I improved my writing, I've learned a new style of dance, I have critical thinking, helped me with my video skills, editing, creativity, pushing my limits. So it's been an adventure really, and I thank you guys for that. But going back to the reflection, of course, this whole endeavor has been crazy. I love the show when I found it a month ago as well as the contest. I became obsessed. I become hooked. Like Julia got hooked on magic, I got hooked, honestly. I started watching it every day. I found it on Netflix. I just started keep watching over and over, not just for entertainment, but for understanding the world of magic, because to understand magic, then you understand the world. And through this has been a journey. I mean, learning how to tut with, if you can tell from my videos, I do have bent fingers. Had a basketball accident when I was a kid, so it's been a challenge tutting without like really having instruction, and especially with bent fingers. But I overcame it just by determination, and I learned a whole new style of dance because for my writing, I wanted to really understand the tutting, because that plays such an important role in the show. Like, there's no show without the tutting, because there's no spells. I mean, there's no magicians, there's no show. And so I felt like it was required for me to do it. And so when I began tutting, constantly rewinding everything and watching without any instruction, I finally picked up on it. And it's been a long month of learning how to tut for each of the different spells, trust me. And I'm always sitting there tutting, doing whatever. If you're like, what are you doing? And I tell them, I show the musicians why I'm doing it. And I'm like, oh, it's cool, I'll check it out, get other people hooked. So now we have a fan base here at my school because of me, because it's just been a journey. And like, for each of the videos, each of them had a place I really did the spell that I did. Because not only did I watch the show, but I also watched the actors and producers and writer himself talk about the show and why they did what they did. Like for Fillory, everything's different perspectives, camera shots, like animal or the trees perspective, the colors. So I thought about doing the same thing. So some shots are shot in front of the tree that reminds me of the Fillory tree that Quentin found Jane Chatwin in. Then I shot within my school to represent break bills. And then I also talked about the fountains to represent going to Fillory. So it was a lot of different things I did in order to make sure I understood and fully grasped the show, The Magicians. And I mean, it's not just, it hasn't been just like a day of writing. It's been sitting there, trying to get into character's mindset. Like for when I write Elliot, I sit there with a glass of wine and I try to think about what would he say, what would Margot say, finding that comic relief in it too, by picking up on things from other movies that I can put in here. Like I have a quote talking about with Margot saying that she would like this story to end with her blowing up the Death Star, meaning she wanted her mission to be successful in killing the beast from Star Wars. So it was a challenge because I had to actually make them characters stay themselves without changing them, because then they wouldn't be who they are. And I know I'm kind of all over the place. I'm just overwhelmed that it's kind of almost over. February 2nd's coming up, contest closed, and I'm hoping I have some views on my, no comments though, but some views, and that gives me hope. And I'm hoping Sci-Fi at least sees it, because I try to meet the word limit, of course, 1,500, and I encourage anyone else to do this. I'm just really grateful for this. It's just been a journey that I really won't forget. From staying up watching The Magicians, going to sleep watching The Magicians, tutting, learning how to tut, getting ideas, trying to think of where I get my story ideas. Oh, if you guys did not know, for each of my story ideas, I picked something out from the show that should be explained further or could go further based off the concept of time, that one thing can change everything. So for let's see, for example, let's go with the Alice story, where my pain is what makes me strong. That story was based off Julia being switched off from Breakville, so why not take Alice out of Breakville's scenario? The story where we have Quentin, the gang finding, I'm not gonna reveal everything so you guys can go read, try to find the voice that Martin heard when he was in the stories. I took that from the Beast and aka Martin from doing that to Penny and say, this is where Martin got the idea from. The story of the probability magician, I got that from Elliot when they came back from a time loop and he's told Margot, you are the real Margot, that was a probability spell. And what was my fourth short story was the controller be controlled. That's where Alice and Quentin really had to learn the way the world is. Like, it's a dog-eat-dog world, even in a world of magic. So what's it gonna be? And so make them come up with complex strategies of making all of, you can see my other spells. Of course, I'll put them in the description and on the side, so make sure you guys go see them. But everything was done for a purpose, I would say, for these videos and in the stories. And as a writer, I feel like that's the best thing, when you can actually reflect on your writing and be impressed with what you did. And I am actually really happy for what I've done over the past month. This contest has actually taken a month of my life, and I'm glad I did. And even if I don't win, I can take my writing skills and creativity through the rest of my life and my degree as a senior in college. And it was worth it. I'll do it all over again, really. I found the love for a new show. It has been a journey. And again, thank you guys for watching, whoever has been watching, to go through it with me. Thank you, Sci-Fi, again, for this opportunity. Thank you, Wattpad, for showing me the app. Not the app, but the competition for you guys. And I guess this is Morbid Human, signing off. Kind of upset it's over. It's about to be over. But it's never truly over.